Hello, welcome to the Final Fantasy playlist. My name is Adam, and in this episode, we're talking all about Island of the Undead. Island of the Undead is book 51 in the Final Fantasy series and the final book released in 1992. It was written by favourite Keith Martin, and the cover illustration here fantastically was done by Terry Oakes, and all the internal artwork was done by Russ Nicholson, which the internal artwork has a lot of opportunities to look absolutely amazing, and it delivers. It does look absolutely amazing. All the artwork pieces on the inside of the book are very raw and very skeletal and undeady, like inside the book. Russ Nicholson is a very good artist, and oh, look at this one! Look at that! I mean, you just can't go wrong there, can you? So let's dive into the story and let's find out what the actual story is. It says here, the storm-racked Strait of Knives in southeast Alancia has long been under the protection of the mysterious sorcerers of Solani Island. For many years, their magic has protected the local people from the ravages of the seas, but now it seems their power has been usurped. An evil force holds sway across the land, an evil that seems to have power over life and death itself. A heroic adventure is urgently needed to journey to Solani Island and discover what has happened to the wizards. Dare you to be that adventurer? Who knows what terrible fate awaits you on the island where death holds domination? There is only one way to find out. Now, this book, I died again quite early-ish on, I think. Maybe about decision 20-ish, within the book. But the story is pretty fantastic, pretty cool, pretty mysterious. You're always going, what's going to happen next? And the choices you get to make are quite... it does give you that believability of freedom within the book. The original title of the name was Plague of the Undead. And it does have some special rules in the beginning of it. It does state that you're only allowed to carry 12 provisions. I was about to say possessions then. 12 provisions, and that you have a knife to begin with. It also mentions magic within the text, but you do start off as a warrior and only can pick up magic within the story. It also has a presence score. Not presence as in Christmas, but presence as in your score, your ability to be likable with somebody and for people to know that you're there. Very strange one, and I didn't actually use it when I was playing it, but I'm sure it does feature later on. Also on the adventure sheet, as you can see, are two other attributes, honor and time elapsed. Again, I didn't use either of these attributes, but I'm sure they do feature within the story. The story is very good. I really enjoyed the story. It was very interesting, and I will go back to it to find out how it finishes. I recommend it for collectors and for people interested. Now, this book is a special book because it's book 51. The series was originally due to end with Return of the Firetop Mountain at book 50, but because that book was so successful, they decided to continue the series. So this was the first book in that rebirth, which went on for a further 8 books after this one. So there was a bit of maybe apprehension of that this one will be maybe more successful or just get even better. It is a good book and I do recommend it, although it does use a lot of adult sounding words in it, like as you heard when I read the introduction. From my understanding, these books have always been aged sort of 7 to 13-year-olds. This one is kind of like it's written for like a 20 or 30-year-old. Maybe it's aiming at the children of the early editions that have now grown up into their 20s and 30s, but it does feel like a very more mature written book. I mean, I'm not slating or knocking the writer here. It's well written. It's just that it does feel like it's written for an older audience than the younger audience that initially got into it. But apart from that, great read, really enjoyed it, and I can't wait to go back to it. And of course, next week we're going to head off and see what the next book is in the series, which is Night Dragon. And thank you for watching this. If you have read this and if you have survived it, Please leave your thoughts below in the section, and please leave me your comments on what books are your favorites for a future top 10, an updated top 10 fan favorite. I'll be doing a video of that once we finish all of these. So put it in the comments, please, your favorite #1 book. If you could only choose one to read forever and ever, which book would you choose? Thank you for watching this, and I'll see you next time, adventurers. Bye bye.